everybody. Welcome to Dirty Thursday, brought to you by River City Speedway. And we've got a studio full. Notice a new shirt, by the way. Busch Light and River City Speedway. How about that? Big thanks to one of our guests on the show today. Head of Concessions at River City Speedway, Scotty Iverson, in the studio. Yep, the applause just keeps on going. Kid that drives number 19 with sort of street stock, Cole Greseth, who is on one heck of a roll to kick off the seasons with us. And, of course, Dale, the producer, and Stephen Young, my co-host. Let's give him one more round of applause, all right? Our show also brought to you this morning by the Greater Grand Forks Fair. Get ready for the Greater Grand Forks Fair, June 18th through the 22nd at the Grand Forks Fairgrounds. 5 days of awesome fun for the whole family, including a sea lion splash show, a petting zoo, and the racing pigs are back. Check out the grandstand for Friday night racing. Darian Lee performing live on Saturday and Baja Racing on Sunday. The Greater Grand Forks Fair kicks off Wednesday, June 18th with Heroes Day, with all military and first responders getting in free. Get a chance to dunk County Commissioner Terry Bierke and Grand Forks Mayor Brandon Bochenski. The voice of the Grand Forks Fair is back, along with a Battle of the Bands, Kids Day on Saturday, along with a fireworks show and more, and wrapping up Sunday with Senior Day in the Baja races. Bigger and better than ever, the Greater Grand Forks Fair, June 18th through the 22nd at the Grand Forks Fairgrounds. Find out more by going to grandforksfair.com or call 701-330-1238. We'll see you at the fair. Also, buy pre-sale tickets in advance and get free gate admission at grandforksfair.com. All right. Okay, where are we? Hey, if you have any questions or comments, Nick Curtis, of course, the first one to say good morning, all. Feel free to text or call. Our number is 701-213-0863, 701-213-0863. Let's get it out of the way. It's our daily segment called Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. I actually got two of them, but I'm gonna see what happens here. Joke number one, Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Did you know if you crap on the border of Mexico and the USA, you will have dual citizenship? Come on.
I think that's one of the better ones.
One of the better ones? Okay. How about this one? You know, my friend Philip had his lip removed last week.
Oh, no.
Now we just call him Phil. Come on, man.
It depends on how you spell that. Sometimes it's two L's, sometimes it's one. He could just be F after that or something. So. Oh, passing a note. Breaking news?
Oh, yes. I think we have breaking news. Hello, are you there?
Next one over, John. Yep.
There. Are you there, buddy?
Yep.
I'm here.
Okay, what's happening? Who is this?
Who do you think it is?
I was going to see if you'd come up with some clever name.
I think he was trying to think of one there. So.
Yeah. I'm guessing this is Brad.
Yeah, this is Brad.
Brad Sang from River City Speedway. Let's give him a round of applause since everybody else is getting one. All right, so what's happening? Any big word today?
Well, we're standing out here right now, and the heat is starting to work. Track will be fine. It's the pits right now, and we're gonna wait till 1 o'clock, and we're gonna go out there with the tractors and see what the pit's doing. If we can get through them and not make huge patties, everything will be a go.
Okay. All right. So basically just kind of hang around and we'll find out by 1 o'clock.
Yeah. 1 o'clock is the soonest we'll get in here and start moving some stuff around. And like I said, first and foremost, we have a rain date, but the reason we did this Thursday deal was to give our employees or race car drivers or whomever an opportunity to take advantage of the long weekend. So you're going to hear everybody go, why don't you race just Friday? Well, because we have employees that are already made plans because we did it this way.
Absolutely. Right. So, and give everybody a chance to enjoy the long holiday. Well, it's a good thing. And I guess we'll just kind of play it by ear here. But, I haven't got to call a race yet this year, so I'm jonesing, man.
Well,
I can't wait.
We're hopeful that we can make it happen.
All right. Hey, thank you for the update.
All right, take care.
All right, there you go, Brad Singh, and say hello to Brina Singh. Hello, everyone. How about this? The Canadians, see you boys next week. The Rick is heading to Grand Forks. Good morning, all. All right, it's going to be a great weekend next week. World of Outlaws are here on Friday. First off, let's do what we do here. Dirty Thursday track schedule brought to you by Forks Karting Association. You can watch the karts Wednesday nights at Forks Karting Speedway at the Grand Forks Fairgrounds. Find out more by going to I always do that. Forks Karting Association.com. ForksKartingAssociation.com. So now tonight, Wayne Anderson Cup night at River City Speedway. Of course, the 410 sprints, Wissota Street Stocks, Wissota Midwest Mods, the Street and the A Mods, I believe, are all there tonight. And
Did you say late model? Because
and late models. That's right. NLRA late models are there. And that is now, if we don't race tonight, we'll be racing tomorrow night. Now let's go ahead to tomorrow, Red River Valley Speedway. They got fireworks going on there tomorrow night, I guess. Military Appreciation Night, First Responder Night, their weekly classes will be there.
I think they're in the same boat as us, so watch their stuff too.
Okay, Devil's Lake got the weekend off. Greenbush will be running a regular season race, and that will be on Saturday night. Oops, thank you. Norman County going to get their season, kick it off next Thursday on the 29th. That'll be the Veterans and First Responder Night.
And it's an NLRA show.
Okay, an NLRA show, yeah. And that is it for that. Your Dirty Thursday track schedule brought to you by Forks Karting Association. Dale Coulis, Dale, Dale, the producer. Little update on Forks Karting. Take it away.
Yeah, last night, races were, unfortunately, Mother Nature got the best of us, and we had to postpone the races for Forks Karting Association this week. No races at Forks Karting this week. They'll be back this Wednesday at 7 o'clock for their season points opener. You heard me last week. We had their non-points kickoff a couple Wednesdays ago. That was a blast. Looking forward to seeing the full field out. Yamahas will be making their season debut this coming Wednesday. So, yeah, check it out. Forks Karting Speedway, just adjacent from River City Speedway on the Grand Forks County Fairground, racing on Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
All right, thank you very much. There is your Forks Karting Association update. Stephen Lewis is playing the job of engineer and co-host today. We got Scotty hooked up again. What do you say? Let's meet our guest for the first time ever. He drives the number 19 Wissota Street Stock. This is Cole Greseth. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you doing?
We're doing good. I didn't know anything about you because I'm up in the booth, and I know you got a sharp-looking car. We're going to talk about that. But then Dale's like, this would be a good guy. He's having a really good start, and I start looking. I get onto my race pass, and it's like, holy crap. Yeah, the dude's having a good start. First off, tell us about yourself. I don't want to know anything about racing yet. I want to know about you.
My name's Cole Greseth. I just turned 18 years old in April here. I've already been racing. This is my 12th year racing.
Wow.
So that's kind of all I really know. And I love doing it as a family. And we work really hard at what we do. And I really have a lot of fun with it.
Now, normally we come in here and we have ourselves a Busch Latte. And by the way, Scotty Iverson brought us a couple of new beers we're going to be trying. We'll be talking about that. And then I find out when I'm looking at my notes here, it's like, tell us about yourself. And in parentheses, I have wife, kids, job, etc. And then I find out he's graduating this weekend. And it's like, holy. So does Harwood have a high school?
Harwood does not. I got to go about 20 miles north to a school called Northern Cass.
Oh, okay. So you go to Northern Cass. Okay.
Yep.
How many kids in your graduating class?
I think there's like 60 of us.
60. Oh, is that a pretty big class or not?
It's probably one of the bigger ones in the school.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. My tiny little town.
I figured that was maybe higher than normal.
Yeah. So. We had 240 some in my class, and that's Thief River. I couldn't believe we had that many. Somebody already texting, Jeremy Bloom. How many wins does Cole want this year?
All of them, I would say.
Yeah, I'm going to say all of them.
All of them. When we talk about your wins this year, okay, you've had 7 features, 4 wins, 6 top 5s, 7 top 10s. I mean, that sounds awesome. You go to last year, 40 features, 4 wins, 21 top 5s, 32 top 10. You've already got as many wins as you did all of last year. A lot of luck involved, a lot of, the wind and the moon and the stars and all of that crap, and not to mention knowing how to drive a race car, but everything's just gone right for you this year or what?
It's been great. I mean, last year we'll probably talk about this here in a minute, but we put the Chevelle body on that car, and for whatever reason, that thing just did not turn. So it just taught me how to drive hard and kind of be more consistent and kind of handle an ill-handling race car. So then this year I suppose at the end of last year, we kind of switched the body back and kind of got it working again. So then this year we came out of the gate with the same thing we had last year kind of, and it's been really good.
Do we have a picture of this year's car? I mean, I know I'm putting you on the spot there, Dale. Yeah, that is.
That's last year.
Yep, that's last year's
Okay,
car.
and that's the one you switched back from.
Yep, that
Okay.
was, we put that, it was a Cadillac body. We put that on after
Okay,
the
that's
Chevelle.
okay. And now you're back to the Chevelle body.
Now we're back in a Monte Carlo body.
Oh, okay, a Monte Carlo body.
Yep.
That Cadillac, that just, it was so hard to look at. I mean, it was like, what is that? Did you think that was a little different?
Well, there were times there with the red car there. It seemed like it maybe reacted more like a stock car, which maybe not what you're looking for street stock or whatever. But
Sure.
Yep.
How did you get your start in racing? You said you've been doing it since you were like 3.
Yeah, I was 7. Started racing go-karts when I was 7, but
Now, you didn't race that many kart races, though, did you?
I raced them for 5 years.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay,
You were
okay.
probably a kart club, not Forks.
Well,
so.
we actually went all over. We
did you? Okay.
We raced in Fargo there for a long time
Okay.
on the pavement track, and then went to Grand Forks, Jamestown, Aberdeen. I mean, we traveled a lot, and it's just something that we love to do forever now, and just kind of spent all of our time doing it.
Yeah, and now you come from a racing family.
Yep, my dad raced. He actually started racing first, and then my uncle started racing again. Mike Greseth, well-known late model driver now.
Mm-hmm. He's won a few.
A couple, yep, here and there.
But yeah, my dad, or they actually both ended up winning national championships in the Wyzona Mod 4s in 2005, 2006, 2004, something in there. So, I mean, we just kind of all been all in on it. And then when I was born, Dad quit. So then we kind of just grew up going to the races. He flagged all the time, and so I'd go with him and just watch, picked up on some stuff, and then we started when I was 7.
Now, with the street stock, how long have you been in a street stock?
This is my 5th year.
And is that your plan to stay in one of those?
I mean, obviously, I'd love to move up, but at the time, I mean, I still have a lot to learn in this. And
You have a lot to learn, period, dude. You're still in high school.
yeah, I know. I just feel like I got a lot to learn yet. Once we learn, we can maybe talk about moving up again, but I just want to get really good in this first.
Now, if you were to move up, what would be your choice?
I don't know. I'd love to try a late model.
Yeah,
I've
that's what I
driven
was
one before, but would definitely love to make that a possibility for the future.
Yeah. Got more people texting in. Scotty Nelson, of course, with the fire and rescue crew. Good morning, gentlemen. It's fun to watch Cold Drive. Thank you. That's Tim Kuwaiba. By the way, Kuyava. There you go. Something like that. That's a hard. And you know what? The last time I saw him, I said his name, and he goes, "You got it right." And I go, "Thank you for the." He gave me the Trump flags that I went and kind of bashed through that parade that they had.
Oh, okay.
That anti-Trump. Yeah. Anyway, that's for a different show. Okay. So now your dad quits racing because you came along. Do you think he kicks himself in the rear for not racing anymore? I mean, especially when you watch. And the reason I ask you this, Cole, is because with my kid, I kind of relived my youth watching him play hockey and sports and things like that. And pretty soon I want to lace the skates up again. And I want to do you think he feels the same way?
No, I've told him 100 times, like, whenever you want to get back in the car, you get back in the car. Like, you can have it for the night. You can have it for the weekend. Like, get back in the car and race. I don't care. But he's very adamant about it. He's retired. He's done. He enjoys just helping and working on the car. And
Sure.
But yeah, I would really love to see him race because I never got to. I guess I did when I was really little, but would have really loved to see him race. And kind of unfortunate that I didn't get to. But hopefully we can see him in the car maybe one time in the future.
So what did Mom think when you all of a sudden jumped into a big boy car?
She was definitely nervous. I think, me kind of racing go-karts for 5 years made her a little bit more calm. But then the fact I was 12 when I got in a Hornet, putting a 12-year-old out there with these, 50, 60, people that have been racing for 30 years, it definitely made her nervous. Yeah.
So how did you fare against these guys when you were that young?
I actually did better when I was younger because I didn't know any different.
Yeah,
so
right.
I think I won my 4th Hornet race ever in Lisbon.
And then people are just talking smack about you behind your back because the kid beat you.
Yeah. So I mean, I did fine when I was younger, but then the older I got kind of, I want to say kind of timid in a way. Just kind of got more worried about wrecking stuff and all that. And then just as the older I've gotten again, I've kind of pushed that away and realized you can't be like that.
Jenny Barnes says, I can relate to his mom. Yeah, absolutely. It's like they get younger and younger all the time. Question for you. So is Cole going to do the Street Stock Little Dream this year at Rice Lake Speedway?
We would love to. We just never made it over there before. It's a long ways from here, but
on a weeknight.
Yes, and we would definitely love to make it over there, and we're going to try to this year.
Okay, so you graduate this weekend. And congratulations, by the way. We might as well throw some more of that in there.
Thank you.
What are your plans? Are you going to continue your education? This is a really weird thing to say, but what do you want to be when you grow up?
I'm actually not going to go to college. I'm going to work with Michael, actually, at Innovative Air, his company.
Okay.
And do HVAC stuff.
Sure.
I've done that for the last couple summers now. I think I started doing it when I was 15.
It's a good business to get into, too.
Yes, and I really enjoy it. So.
Yep. Casey says, with all the years of racing, Cole has it actually makes me feel young until I remember he's only 18, which makes me feel super old again. Tell me about it. Oh, boy. You got any questions?
So I had one, and I was going to hold it or whatever. But so with the start that you've had or whatever, is the national deal something you guys are kind of looking at, or are you just kind of if we win races, the points will take care of themselves kind of thing?
Yeah, it's we've definitely thought about it, but at this point we're not going to do it yet. I got to start winning some of these heat races now because they started to count towards points this year.
I keep forgetting that they count again.
And I'm a Greseth, so we can't draw, so I start 8th in every single heat race. So we gotta, especially with street stocks being first out, it gets really tough. So. If we could start clicking off some heat races and features, we would definitely be considering it. And we still are considering it, but at this point, we're just going to go race and try and get as many wins as we can.
The funniest thing about that was, so you said you're aggressive, right? So sometimes when I do the recap for the racetrack or whatever, I'll actually speak it into my phone and it turns it into text or whatever. It always turns Mike Greseth into aggressive.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was just like, I think that must just run in the family. So.
If you could race a dream car in a dream race, what would you do?
It would probably definitely be a late model, and I think it would probably be, honestly, probably the Dome in St. Louis.
Oh, sure,
We've been going there for a couple of years now, and I really, really like that place. And obviously, a ton of stuff gets wrecked and torn up, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I think it'd definitely be fun to go out there and rip a couple laps.
Now, you talked about racing karts on asphalt, and of course, we had the guy that was Haugeberg running Daytona and Talladega. You ever have any inkling to do anything like that?
I don't know. I would definitely never turn it down, for sure. I mean, that's an opportunity that you have to say yes to, and it's really awesome to see Bryce get that opportunity. But definitely would never turn down an opportunity like that.
I don't know, man. All of a sudden going that fast, bumper to bumper. I could see going that fast by yourself. Yeah, but when you're bumper to bumper like that, and I think the word pucker factor was used a couple of times during that show, but that would be me all the way. There's a good picture right there. And which car is that then?
That is the car that we have this year.
Okay.
Yep, that's the car we put together for this year, and it looks a little worse now. It's been kind of beat up now, but it's we put a lot of work into it, and I think I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Yeah, Thunder Road, is that the go-kart track?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. One of these days, I'm going to get up there. We keep talking about all these media and announcer guys, and we keep saying, we got to get all these guys, Corey, Jason, me, you guys, and go have a race one day, and maybe go have some beers afterwards. I think that would be a lot of fun. We're going to stray away from you for just a couple of minutes, but we got this guy waiting in the wings over here, just waiting in the weeds, Scotty Iverson, head of concessions at River City Speedway. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I do want to say congratulations. Got married last year, right out at the racetrack. How about that?
Right out.
Yeah, it's like we're there. Oh, you can't see it on there now. Wait, now you can. Right there, you got married. You've been with your wife for a while, but is it all wedded bliss then for you?
Perfect.
Is she watching?
Probably.
Okay, yeah, good answer. Good answer. How long have you been working at the racetrack?
Since 08.
08. And that's when, who was running the show back then?
Jerry
was, and now he's up in Michigan, I think.
Right.
What a great guy. And then he decided it's time to retire and move away, and here you go. How big of a transition was that for you?
Not too much, You learn from the best,
And you did. Now, how many people do you have working for you?
It's about 35.
35. Wow. And how many concession stands are there?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 count in the infield
Yep.
or the pits. Yeah. Wow. Do you have a favorite food?
I have to go with the hot dogs.
You do, huh? You know those. I'm not a hot dog eater except for when I'm at River City Speedway. I mean, L&M hot dogs. You cannot beat them.
Can't go
I don't
wrong.
care what anybody says. There was a thing on social media the other day. Favorite food, favorite track. Of course, Chad Hoff with his trough or his bucket of whatever he
went
gets.
and did his own.
I know he did. I watched him do it. That thing would come out of there weighing like 6 pounds, you know. That was his. My favorite still is the brisket sandwich. I think, the brisket sandwich is mine. I absolutely love it. But you're just going to stick with hot dogs. Do you have?
Our boneless wings.
Those are pretty good too. Yeah.
We just brought those in this year.
Okay.
We had the bone in.
Okay. Right.
But
And-
the new sauce that I brought in is amazing.
Okay, and the thing is I've tried to get something different every time, and,
Right.
and that's hard to do, depending on my time. If I'm in a hurry, some things you just can't obviously eat in a hurry. Brina says Marco's Pizza, absolutely. Mine. At the end of the night, the first thing I do now is, and it took me a few years to learn this, is run down and see if there's any pizzas left, because if there is any left, I'll usually get to take a little bit home with me, and they are incredibly good. I don't get to eat pizza very often because my wife can't have gluten. So it's nice when I can grab a Marco's Pizza or a couple of slices. I absolutely love it. Some new stuff this year, one being, if I remember this right, deep fried corn dog.
Deep fried corn dog.
Oh, my God. That's just got artery hardener written all over it. Somebody wants to know, what is your favorite candy bar at the track?
Who asked that?
Jeremy did.
Nut rolls.
I don't have the nut rolls this year.
Oh, no, nut rolls?
take it
I
back.
usually
take
get
it
one of
back.
those every year, too, or every night.
Snicker.
Yeah, Snickers, the old go-to Snickers bar.
Well, you're not you if you're hungry. So
Well, yeah, that's, yeah.
But you know, you have to take care of the younger kids. You know, you have to have the.
Oh, sure you do. Sure you do. This is one of the main reasons we are here, and this is called Garage Beer. It is a classic, small batch brewed light beer, only 95 calories, 4% alcohol. And of course, you know, since we always watch our figures, and that's why I usually drink light beer, but normally you know what I drink. Oh, other side. But let's give this a try. Go ahead, crack her open. Steven and I gonna. Oh, Dale, you want to grab a cup? We'll give you a little bit too.
Thank you.
I didn't pour it very good. All right, let's give this a shot. Your thoughts, buddy?
smooth, for sure.
Smooth.
Like that.
Is this available in Grand Forks?
It is right at the racetrack.
Right at the racetrack. How about that? Oh, there's worth another round. Now, how did this all play into? I mean, you know, a couple of years ago, we brought in the Bullring beer.
Yeah.
And that was a locally brewed beer. And this is not. I think this is a West Coast beer. But the Kelsey brothers have something to do with this beer?
They do.
Okay, and we're talking like the football player Kelsey's.
Right.
So how in the world did anybody find out about this garage beer up here?
Well, McKinnon is the ones that carry it.
And they just approached you and said, try this?
Try it. Yep.
And you slammed the case and decided to do it, or how'd that work?
I didn't slam the case, but no, they asked me to try it, and so I gave some samples to people, and they told me to try it. And first night out, I bet you we went through 4 cases
Oh, really?
of each. 'Cause
Okay.
We got the lime too.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. I missed a race. I forgot about that. And you know, one thing people see, I'm the opposite. My wife doesn't like pounders because she obviously doesn't drink as fast as I do, so they get a little warm. And especially if we're at the racetrack on one of them 90-degree days, 95-degree days, it's kind of nice not to have a pounder. Do you get that same feedback, or if you're the real beer hound like we are, of course it's going to be a pounder, but do people ever say, why don't you just get more 12-ounce cans?
No.
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me either.
No.
I can't fathom that. Why would you want less?
Right.
Doesn't make sense. Kaylee, there are more non-alcoholic beer options this year for people like me who have to behave. Do we have a pretty decent non-alcoholic beer?
Yes, we got Michelob Golden or Michelob Ultra.
Okay.
NA.
Okay.
And a Coors Original.
Okay.
NA.
Okay. Now, can you have those in the pits during racing?
I would doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, because like me, I chew non-tobacco, non-nicotine, non-everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little bit of caffeine and some licorice crap. But when I go to Fargo and buy a can, they still card me. I mean, come on, dude. I'm 60 years old. I'm not even getting tobacco. But I'm just wondering because a beer, an NA still looks like a beer.
Right.
And we all know the rules in the pits. No alcohol till that last car comes in.
I would almost think it would be more from an optic standpoint. It
Sure.
wouldn't that be a good look?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Right,
So-
right. I mean, if you've got it in your coffee cup, big deal. Are not all. I don't know what that meant. Anyway, so what excites you the most about this year? Getting back to the track.
Just everybody.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? All off season long, you run into people. Roberts, how you doing? It's hey, good, and can't wait for racing. Well, obviously I can't either. But how many friends do you think you've made over the years just at that racetrack?
Lots.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to ask you, I steal your golf cart every Friday night. Is that going to be available tonight for me?
Still there.
See, Dale, you just got to schmooze your way in a little bit.
I couldn't. I failed at getting a golf cart on opening night, but I'll learn better for next time.
I tried to tell him, you don't just go in and grab a golf cart. You got to learn. You got to wiggle your way in there a little bit and figure out when you can steal them and whose you can steal and at what time. And Scotty's always been nice to me about letting me get in there. I tell you what we're going to do. We need to take a little bit of a break here. I kind of forgot about that, but we will be back. Dirty Thursday brought to you by River City Speedway right after this. Life doesn't ever seem to slow down. Everything needs to be done right now. Well, when it comes time for an oil change, stop into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Most changes are done in about 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change does more too. Tranny and coolant flushes, tire rotations, and batteries. And included in your oil change, they're going to top off your fluids. Check your tires, battery, lights, wipers, and cabin air filter too. And you get discounts for fleets and the military. They can text and email invoices and coupons and mention Grand Forks Best Source and get $10 off your oil change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They're open Monday through Saturday with no appointment needed. Pickup and delivery is also available if you live in Grand Forks. And Valvoline Instant Oil Change is now hiring. If you'd like to join their team as an assistant manager, customer service rep, or lube tech, stop in to find out more. Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a complete oil change and more. They're at 3325 South 38th Street or call them 701-780-8462 and make sure you tell them Grand Forks Best Source sent you. Alrighty, we are back. Dirty Thursday brought to you by River City Speedway. Full studio today. Myself, of course, Stephen Young, my co-host, along with Dale, the producer. The number 19 with Soda Street Stock, Cole Greseth, the driver, is here, and also Scott Iverson, head of River City Speedway Concessions. And we got Leah in the background there, too. So everybody is here today in a full studio. So, excuse me. Now, it kind of struck me when you walked in and you saw Cole sitting in here and you said, man, I figured you'd be Zooming. Mm-hmm. And I kind of did too, because the fact is, well, this was before, I didn't know you were still in school. So then I find out and I'm like, okay, so wait a minute. You drove here from Harwood. As soon as the show's done, you got to go back, get your car, come back here again. And did you skip school too? But none of that was right.
Nope, we actually got out of school yesterday.
Okay.
So yesterday was the last day, and yeah, we got to go home and pick up mom and my sister and my dad too.
Okay, so is the car loaded, ready to go? And are you one of those guys that's always ahead of the game?
Absolutely not. We are the last people to pull in the pits.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think last year I only drew for myself like 4 out of the 40 times. We are just always the last people. The car's always ready, but we're just always late.
Is that you, or is that in your blood, or how does? Because I'm one of those guys. If I'm 10 minutes early, I'm late.
Yes,
and that's just the way I have been forever.
I agree. I always love to be early, but for whatever reason, our family is always late. Me,
yeah.
Michael, we're always the last people in the pits.
Mike is always the last picture.
Yep.
When I do an NLRA car count, always the last one.
And just wait till you ever get married, kid. Then you're going to be waiting even longer. I want them for Outlaw Nights. We don't race. We don't ever have non-alcoholic beers with us in the pits. Come down for a lavash tonight. Oh, Yeah, she knows how I like that lavage.
making a note of that.
Got a question for Cole. Are you going for any track championships or just hitting up as many tracks as you can?
We don't really have anything set in stone yet. As of now, we're just going to go race wherever and make our rounds throughout North Dakota, Minnesota, make a few appearances in South Dakota, and kind of just go where it doesn't rain, really.
Have you ever had a track championship?
I've won 2 in 2023. I won in Buffalo River Speedway in Glendon, and at the I-94 EMAR Speedway in Fergus Falls.
Oh, okay. Do you have a favorite track?
I really like Glendon. I wish that we could go there more, obviously. I just really like the shape of it. And our family really grew up racing there.
Sure.
So it's kind of a lot of family history. But other than that, I just really like the short track stuff, like obviously River Cities, Devil's Lake, Jamestown, like all those short, boring kind of things I really like.
Now, when you go to a bigger track, is it a lot of changing, a lot of gears, things like that, compared to what you would normally run?
We really only change gears on our car. We've been kind of everywhere from Fergus Falls to Grand Forks to Brainerd now this year, and we really haven't changed anything. It's just been gears on the car.
Okay. Terry Blackland's Greseth family, good people. Cole, well-spoken, good for the sport, excellent driver who's only going to get better. Have you always been this well-spoken, well-versed? Because I'm going to be honest. We've had people on this show before. You ask them a question, and it's yep or nope, and that's it. And pretty soon you're only 20 minutes into the show, and it feels like 20 hours. But you are not that guy. Have you always been outgoing and outspoken and well-versed and all of that?
No, I haven't. When I actually won my first Hornet race, the guy asked me a question in Victory Lane, and I said, "Yeah, that was fun," and that was the interview. But I actually started doing this thing when I got my streeter. I started a YouTube channel and Facebook page, and I started posting videos, and that really kind of helped me, get fans, first of all.
Sure.
But it also got me comfortable with talking in front of a camera.
Right.
And then that kind of helped me talking in front of people. And I was kind of nervous right away because I didn't know how it was going to go.
Yep.
And I was obviously just very shy. And I'm still not like perfect at talking to people. Like I don't think I'm very good at it, but I'm definitely getting better at it. And I think that definitely had a big part of it.
I have been in the media business for over 40 years now, and I don't listen to any of my old stuff. I don't watch any of my old stuff. I live through it live. The only time I've ever, in fact, this is really weird. The only times I've ever really watched any shows here is once was on a sailboat in Greece, showing a guy what I do for a living. Another time was playing a Dirty Thursday back for my mother to show her what I do for a living. And that's about it. I normally don't ever watch. I don't ever read either. Amanda Joe, who's trackside reporting this week? Gary will be there, and Rena might be doing some stuff too. So that's what we got going on so far. Jason Berg, great family. Calling it now, 2025 national champ. Talked to them at River Cities 2 weeks ago, and they said not thinking about it, but going to race as much as they can. I'm calling a championship with none of the races over 200 miles away, and that would be Seth that is saying that. You got all these people pushing you for that national championship, man, and we see the locals around here that get them. We got, we had Rookie of the Year last year in the class, and it's got to at least tickle you a little bit thinking about running for it.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely a goal of mine, and that's all I can really think about if I'm being honest. But at the same time, you just can't think about it because you want to go to the races and have fun. And if you have a bad night, or just say, like, we went to Ogilvie this year and got 6th. That's my worst finish this year. We still had fun there. And if you were saying you're going to go for national points, that probably wouldn't be a fun night.
You're just thinking about the bad juju because you said it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're still just going to go race as much as we can and see how many wins we can get. And if we're there by July, then we'll keep racing a bunch and see how it goes.
He's just so matter-of-factly like, Jeremy wants to know, what's your favorite candy bar?
Ooh, favorite candy? I'm kind of a Twix guy.
Yeah, they're all right. I like Heath bars.
I don't like coconut.
You don't like coconut?
That's a Seinfeld joke.
Oh, well, you don't like American hockey teams either, do you? What's your favorite spot on the track, top or bottom to run? That Jeremy wants to know.
100% the bottom. I hate running the top.
You're one of them bottom feeders,
100%.
Huh?
I'll knock the nose off of it before I knock before I hit anything on the outside.
Yeah. How many infield tractor tires have you touched in your life?
Last weekend alone in Grand Forks, I hit 2 of them. Last time we were there. So we hit one in the heat, fixed it before the feature, and hit one again in the feature. So
there you go.
Yep.
Keep that money rolling.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Cole. I got talked to you in Victory Lane a couple times in Devil's Lake, and got to call your River Cities opener win. Just kind of curious, what do you think's clicking for you so far for the big awesome start so far this season? What from the years of experience and just everything working out for you so far this season?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I think I kind of mentioned it earlier. That's Chevelle. Like, it divided our family a lot because I was doing everything I could, and Dad thought it was kind of me, but the car just wasn't handling good, and so we finally switched back, and that really taught me to drive hard. So like I'm able to roll around a racetrack pretty much wide open all the way now, and I think that's where we kind of have a little bit of an advantage over other people. And the car's just set on kill this year. Dad's been really, really helpful with that, and we're rolling really good, and I hope we can just keep it going.
How hands-on are you with the race car?
I'm very hands-on. That's one thing that I want people to know, I guess, about me.
Sure.
Is there's a lot of kids nowadays that don't work on their own stuff, and that's one thing I don't want people to think about me.
Right.
I'm out there every single time. My dad is out there, maybe even more, grinding tires, fixing it, just everything. I'm very hands-on.
Okay. Somebody, Eric, wants to know who are some drivers you like to go door-to-door with on the track. You can answer that one. Then I've got a question for you. I want to know, is there anybody you will not park your hauler next to? There you go.
First of all, driving door-to-door with really anybody. I mean, the street stock class, for the most part, is a very good group of guys.
It is, yeah.
Especially once you get into like racing the best of the best cars, like with the street stock tour and all that stuff. I mean, you know they're not going to hit you. And if they do, obviously something went wrong.
Sure.
Really anybody, especially like down in like Ferguson stuff with Kyle Dykoff and the Browers, all that. Like they're really good people to race with. But as far as parking my hauler next to anybody, we park next to everybody. Really, we usually park with the B-Mod guys, kind of to go do our own thing. But no, I'll park next to anybody.
You ever got into it with anybody after a race?
A couple times, mainly my first year when I didn't really know what I was doing. I would spin out and then somebody'd get mad at me.
Yeah.
Usually I'd go over and I'd talk to him. I was 14, so I was kind of scared to do it. But I think that also gained me a lot of respect.
Sure. Is that something your dad told you to do?
Oh,
you need to go talk to these people?
Yeah, because we knew we were going to be in the class for a while. So we wanted to make sure that we kept all the relationships good and everything. And it'd been like that from go-karts too.
Yeah, because
the same kids.
I've interviewed a few guys and I ask them that same question: is there anybody you wouldn't want to park your hauler next to? And they say, "Yeah, Cole Greseth." No, I'm just kidding. I want to get back. We're going to take a little break from you. I know we got a video? Yeah. Let's show this dude some love over here. Let's take a look at this and you can do the play-by-play with it if you want to, but. Let's see what Dale, the producer, has dug up for us here. This guy does a tremendous job of finding the stuff.
Get a little volume on the computer.
Hi, wave girls. Wave to Todd. Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, wave for me. Yeah, good job. All right. Yeah, we got adult beverages, and we got a bunch of it stocked up, and it's cold.
Is this Trucker Todd?
And then we got yummy. What have we got? Ice cream.
Well, not there anymore.
Oh,
That's a couple years
yummy.
old.
We got root beer floats
Oh, yeah.
with kegs of 1919 root beer.
Oh, yummy.
I feel like we're following him through there like it's Goodfellas.
Oh, yeah, everybody knows how good that is at River City Speedway. Taco in the bag, or you got it in a bucket, and you got, man, look at all that popcorn ready to go. Fresh popcorn.
That's just a quick minute there. I figured
Thank
if
God.
that would refresh a blast from the past, but no, this goes.
Can we keep playing it?
Oh god!
just kidding.
I have a link to the full. I have a link to the full video in the description for this episode. So, Scott, does this ring a bell from a few years back with Todd?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Should have
man!
had a beer then.
Good times, and you know the thing is when you go to the concession stands at River City Speedway, it's always good. It doesn't matter where you go. The help is always incredible there. I think. Now, for this year, you said you're going to hit as many tracks as you can, just kind of keep it within a couple hundred miles or whatever, I'm guessing. Now, the whole national points thing, when do you decide if we're really going to try to do that? Or do you just, in your mind, say, no, we're not, but really we are?
Well, for now, we're saying no, we're not. I mean, it's just, I don't want to think about it. But I would say middle of July, if we're close or contending.
Yep.
It really, once you get to that 30 races, because they take your best 30. Once you get to that 30 race mark, you can really start to see where you're at and what you're going to start throwing. And I think once you get there, you can really tell how you're going to fare at the end of the year.
Because last year you had 40 features, 4 wins, 21 top 5s, 32 top 10s. This year already, 7 features, 4 wins, 6 top 5s, 7 top 10s, a second, a sixth, 3 firsts in a row. Have you ever done that before? 3 wins in a row?
No, I've never done that. And I was telling Dad this actually the other day. I don't know how to handle it because like I've always kind of been fast, but I've never been fast and consistent. And so like for these guys that go out and win 20 features in a year, most I've ever won is 5. Like it's kind of something different, but I guess I could say I like it for sure.
Now, for as long as you've been doing this and for as young as you are you getting to the point now where they're calling you Cole Greseth the old guy?
Yeah, I've been called a veteran a couple times.
Well,
now,
you are.
Feels weird, but yeah, no, but it's, at the same time, it still feels like we're a rookie sometimes and we can't figure stuff out. But it's kind of nice to see the newer people get into the class, and we've kind of been able to see that and see how it's evolved over the last 5 years. And yeah, hopefully we can get some more people involved in this class in the future.
You know, we talk all the time about the classes being family. You know, they all hang together and stuff. And I'm sure as a kid, you picked people's brains. Some of these drivers are awfully good until you win. And then I'm guessing they don't share their information with you. But you've got to be to the point now where some of these up and younger, you know, the up and comings, they got to be talking to you and picking your brain a little bit. Are you always more than happy to spend time with these new guys?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there were so many guys that helped me when I first started, whether it was telling me what I could have done a little bit different on the racetrack or maybe some setup stuff. So whenever anybody has a question, I'm more than happy to help. And especially if we can get them a little faster, that's always a good thing too.
Eric wants to know if you're going to try any new tracks that you've never been to this year.
We're looking to go to Casino Speedway in Watertown, South Dakota, at least once this year. Other than that, I think we've been to just about all of them in the area, except for maybe Rice Lake Speedway if we go there for the little dream race. But yeah, I think we've gotten to just about all of them in the area.
So if you're sitting at home in the shop or the garage and you got Dirt Vision on or whatever, you know, what do you normally watch? Would you watch? Because we're not going to see a lot of street stocks, you know, but they got the late models and the sprint cars and all that stuff. But is there a form of racing, if it's on TV, that you will watch hands down before anything else?
Lucas Oil late models.
Okay.
I love watching them guys. It's just the best of the best drivers, and they always go to super nice facilities. And I think even just watching them, you can pick up on a lot of stuff about what they're doing, and that kind of stuff. So I've been to a ton of races in my life, and I think that's also contributed to kind of our success this year.
Do you have a favorite race car driver?
Shannon Babb.
Oh, sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
Steven's like, I think he agrees with you.
Okay.
And what do you like about Shannon so much?
He's just a wild man.
Yeah.
He's kind of calmed down a little bit now that he's getting a little bit older, but growing up, he was my go-to guy. I love watching him, and I don't know, there's something about him that's just different than everybody else.
Now, have you ever met the guy?
I have not.
Okay, so are you one of those guys? Are you a picture-taking autograph kind of kid?
I never was. Like I said, I was really shy when I was a kid,
Yep.
so every once in a while I would go in the pits and I'd get a picture with some drivers, but not very often, no.
Who helps you on your race car?
Oh, there's so many people. Mom, Dad, Greta, my sister, all those guys. I couldn't do it without them. My family, grandparents, aunts, uncles. Like I said, we all live in Harwood, so they're all over in the shop at least once a week. So
Okay.
For sure, all of those guys, and then all of my sponsors too. You just couldn't do it without them.
Okay, can you name your sponsors?
I can. Quality Engine, first and foremost. Collision Experts, Dakota Bumper, Earthwork Services, Sean Heller, General Equipment, Kind of a Big Wheel, Aaron's Automotive, Golden Properties, Innovative Air, Stremic Trucking, Thunder Road, Shatter X, and just everybody for helping us out too. I couldn't be more appreciative.
He didn't even have cheat sheet. You like that?
Yeah,
Didn't even have a
just
cheat sheet.
right up and down the order mentally. There.
Yeah. Has Cole been to Gateway Nationals in St. Louis to watch yet?
Yeah, I think we just missed the first one. I think
Okay.
we've been there for the rest of them, and yeah, absolutely love it.
So do you have a significant other?
I do not.
Okay. No time?
No time, but we're taking applications, I guess.
Wow. How's that going? I like that. We're taking applications.
good.
That is good. So now, hopefully, you're going to make the trip home. Hopefully, you're going to turn around and come right back. And hopefully, we're going to get some news and go racing tonight.
I hope so.
And you know, we do have, again, we have a rain day for tomorrow night. And we're going to find out probably a little bit later. Here's the thing, in River City Speedway, they try their best to let everybody know immediately. Last week, I think they called the race on Wednesday?
Right.
They called it for Friday, and there were people bitching. Kind of early, isn't it? Wouldn't you rather? You know, these are the same people, if you wait till the last minute, that bitch. You know, you got the keyboard warriors. I would much rather know now, because for one thing, the people that are out there trying to make this race ready, including concessions, track prep, all of this, it's not that easy when it rains up until freaking 12 hours before race time.
That forecast was such a foregone conclusion. I don't understand why anyone was
Exactly.
angry last week. Like,
There was
even if it didn't rain, like, it would have beforehand
Yep.
and been in the situation we're at now, or been miserable to be out there. So,
right. And I mean, we're all from the tundra here. We all know what happens. There could be stuff on there's nothing on the forecast, and all of a sudden, boom, it hits. But this was one of those things. It was
Right.
just, it's obvious we're not going to be able to go. Talk about helping Cole. Tell your dad my fuel pump push rod was an 1/8 inch shorter than a new one. Fuel pressure looks a lot better now. Thanks. That was from Casey. Heather got to troll the trolls. And Heather, by the way, stopped in this morning, so it was good to see her, too. So, yeah, what else we got?
Cole, with the big successes this year and just your past race victories, just kind of curious if you have like a standout race that comes to mind there where when you got done with the race, like, oh man, I think that was my favorite race.
Hands down, the prelude to the John Seitz Memorial last year. I was able to win that one. And after struggling all year, I think that was my second win after struggling. I went into the weekend just thinking, I don't even know if I have a shot at this. Like, I was thinking I was going to struggle to make the race because the Street Stock Tour was here.
Yep.
All the best of the best guys were here.
They were.
And I was really thinking, like, okay, I'm going to have to run a B main. I might make the race. And we actually ended up qualifying for the pole and then started there and never looked back. And it was really, really awesome. And that kind of gave me like we can do this kind of feeling. And I feel like that's really carried into this year as well.
That's one of those deals when you have a grin for like 2 months after it's done. Now, how do you like that? Speaking of the John Seitz Memorial, do you like those 2-3 day shows where you can actually, hunker down and settle down and almost have like your little mini home for the weekend and it's not here, there, back and forth? How do you like those things?
I absolutely love it. And for a driver's perspective, it's almost cheaper. It's way cheaper.
Oh,
You don't
for
have to
sure.
drive place to place, especially when you can race for bigger money like the John Seitz Memorial. You're racing for at least $1,000 every night.
Sure.
So it's really awesome for the drivers because, it does save you a lot of money and you get to hang out after the races with everybody and have a good time.
Yeah, just imagine when you turn 21. I think it'll be a lot of... Dwight says, hello, all. So I'm assuming you're going to be back at the sites this year. Any big shows right now in your calendar that are really... You don't get, oh, man, I can't wait for this one.
Well, I guess all of them. The John Seitz. I really want to get back to the Stock Car Stampede in Jamestown this year.
Sure.
I feel like we kind of had that one stole from us a little bit last year with an unfortunate call, but I think we could definitely have a shot at that one too. Other than that, just the Wide Zone 100 is always a good time. That's about it really for the specials, but yeah, definitely look forward to September towards the end of the year when you get to race for the bigger money and spend a couple days at the racetracks in a row.
Now, when you go to these shows that are 2-3 days long, do you guys do you have room in a hauler to sleep, or do you go to a motel, or how does that work for you?
We have an RV that we stay in.
Okay.
It's definitely not the nicest thing, but it gets us
cares?
from point A to point B.
You're
and
not
we can
camping.
sleep in it, and
You're not there camping at a campsite.
Yep.
You're there to race at a racetrack. Anything you want to add to this show?
How old are you?
18.
Jeez.
Yeah,
thanks for making me feel older than I am.
I got a question for Scotty. Any big new concession additions or changes this year fans should keep an eye out for this season?
Well, we got the corn dogs. They're homemade, deep fried.
Homemade deep fried.
They're in the old ice cream stand.
Oh, okay.
We're doing the mini donuts there too.
Okay.
We got the boneless wings,
Mm-hmm.
Those you get boneless wings and fries for $10.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And our sauces are unbelievable. Like the spicy peach.
Oh.
It's actually pretty good.
I'm gonna have to campaign for a longer intermission. Than
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. It's with my knees. By the time I get down and go to the bathroom, I hardly have time to even get something to eat.
That's why it's like tough to get from the infield anywhere. But
That's why you got Lori.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Fetch me this. And they got the new garage beer.
I forgot about this one. This comment here.
Yeah, the opening race at I-94 and taking a close second. Did you start to realize your car was in a better position than last year to help you race more competitive this year?
It was actually kind of funny because we went out for the heat race and my right rear tire was going down. And I just came in and I told Dad, we just don't have the car speed this year. I don't know what's wrong with this thing, but we just don't have the car speed. So I was telling everybody, we're just going to go out and make a couple laps this year or in this race here, see how it goes. But we were able to track down the leader and actually make it a pretty close finish there. And I've still never won in Ferguson a street stock. So to be that close.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've won the track championship there, but haven't won a race.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
That doesn't happen very often.
no. So, I mean, just to be that close, it gives me a lot of hope for next time we go back to hopefully we can get one.
Now, I can just tell you, I was there at the opener or whatever watching this race, and it wasn't a terrible race, but I mean, Colton Brower out in front there, it was like, well, this one's kind of over or whatever. Lap by lap, I kind of just started shooting singles kind of thing instead of action or whatever, and then pretty soon it was like closer, closer. Oh, okay. And it was. Do you remember what the margin was?
I want to say it was like 4 seconds with 7 laps to go or something like that.
Yeah,
It was-
and then at the end the margin it was.
Oh, it was I don't remember point 0.1 or something
wow.
like that.
It was really close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow.
we closed up pretty quick there.
there were points on the track I think that you had edged ahead, but
Yeah.
So
Man, that's close.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with racing, but I've got the second biggest fish this year so far in league, 0.033 of a pound less than first. Anyway, I had to get that out. I like this because when we talked about Cole growing up and being so young in the sport, of course, Blaine Barnes is, how old is he now? 12 years old. Jenny says, we really love hearing from Blaine how nice everyone has been to him, especially if we aren't around. And it's always nice to pick on a kid when there's no folks around, but he's such a good kid. And I haven't got to see him race in the big boy car yet. But Dale, have you talked to him since he's been in the big car?
I talked to him and his family in the pits at the last Devil's Lake feature night there a couple weekends ago, and just talking to him, because kind of helping out at the go-kart track a couple of years for the last couple of years, seeing him race the last couple of years in go-karts, and then seeing him in the pits for the first time in his fire suit and in front of the car. I was like, hey, heck yeah, man! There you go, dude. Super happy for him, and just love seeing him out there getting the seat time.
you can tell.
Oh.
You can tell he's getting more and more comfortable with it too.
Sure.
Every night that he's running. So.
Yeah, and it's going to be that way. I mean, it's going to take a while. We saw Kenna go through it last year, and it's a big step. They just seems like they get younger and younger all the time. Are we about ready to wrap up? I mean, we still don't know what's going on tonight, but I know you got a long drive there and back. Josh says, let's hope we get the race in tonight or tomorrow. I'm excited to get the car out for the first time this year. Josh Barker. And that's going to be a good time. And now that we know how to get a hold of each other, next time I'm rolling through Harwood, I might have to look you up.
There you go.
And you can give me a tour of just, okay, that's their shop, that's their shop, that's their shop. Because it's like everybody there races cars or something, you know?
Josh Johnson still tells the story of where all the sprint cars were back in the day or whatever. Rod Miller used to say more sprint cars per capita anywhere in America in Harwood than anywhere else.
Probably right. Eric Rice, Dale, Luke Hendrickson has a lightning sprint.
The upper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
they have seen multiple drivers from go-karts last year move into new classes this year. Yeah, big shout out to Luke Hendrickson as well.
Well, you think about it, look at the guys we're watching every Friday night. A lot of them got their start at Forks Karting Association and in Fargo, whatever. I tell you what, Cole Greseth now, when I do drive through the pits, that's one of the things I like about this show is I actually get to meet people and know that, I'm not just seeing you from 100 yards away with your helmet on and your fire suit and all of that. Now I actually know what you look like. I actually know you're not old like I thought you were, or older, I should say. You're a pleasure to have on the show. We're looking forward to having you back if you can ever make it here.
Absolutely.
Let's fingers crossed for tonight.
We'll have to have a day sometimes if it works out, maybe in the fall or whatever, to have all of you guys on the same show.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would be fun.
That would be really good.
That'd be like maybe we're going to be doing some fair shows and stuff. That would maybe,
Oh, sure.
'cause then we got the room, like we did for our 200th show.
Speaking of future shows and 200 shows or whatever, Outlaws next week. Do
Yep.
we have anyone we're thinking about?
Well, right now, I know Wes Irwin is scheduled to be back on Living Like Outlaws, Wes Irwin. And he's going to try to maybe grab somebody else. You got somebody else in mind, too?
Not off the top of my head. I haven't been thinking that far ahead, to be honest.
I've been thinking maybe if he doesn't grab somebody, maybe we'll get track meteorologist to stop in.
Oh, maybe.
And pick her brain just a little bit.
From the Weather Eye Weather Center.
There you go. You go. Again, Scott, anything to add before we kick you out?
Well, they're doing a testing next Friday at the World Outlaws with this garage beer
Okay,
too.
okay.
They have a guy coming in. They're going to be letting you guys try it. And
perfect place to do it.
Oh,
So that'll be next Friday. World of Outlaws. Can't wait. The World of Outlaws are here on Friday. They're in Fargo on Saturday. It's the Don Mac
Don Mac Classic here.
Yep. And then
the 305s are the support for the show at Red River Valley, and that's the Danny Schatz Memorial.
Okay,
So,
yep. And then we've got Wayne Anderson Cup racing tonight, along with the other classes. Okay, one more quick question. Who's your favorite sprint car driver?
I guess Kyle Larson probbe.
It's just okay. Who's your favorite sprint car driver? Who's your favorite late model driver? No, the guy drives everything. I'm not a big dirt or a big asphalt guy. I used to be, but I'd love to see him do well at Indy.
Right. Yes.
I mean, just to be able to. I can still remember back in the day when John Andretti was one of the first guys to do the Coke 600 and the Indy 500.
God, you're old.
And they were catching, they were catching him because, you jump on a chopper at Indy, they bring you to the airport, you jump on a plane, you go to Charlotte or whatever it is, and you same thing. And they caught him between aircrafts, and they said, "How you doing, man? How do you feel?" And he's walking, he goes, "I really got to pee." That's what he said. I thought that was hilarious.
Well, Tony Stewart, they were sticking IVs in him one of the years that he did it.
You have to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to stay hydrated, and you can drink all you want, but then you're just going to have to pee. It's like, you don't drink a bunch of coffee before you go jump in a car and race 500 miles.
Sometimes in the NASCAR, you just do it. So you just let it go.
They get new fire suits every week, so who cares? All right. Again, thank you, everybody. Stephen Young, my co-host, of course, Dale, the producer, always does a fantastic job. He makes us all look so much better. And, of course, our guest, Scotty Iverson, River City Speedway, head of concessions, and, of course, the number 19 Wissota street stock driver, Cole Greseth, all in the studio today. We appreciate it. Hopefully, we will see you tonight at River City Speedway. If not, we will be racing tomorrow, I guess. And again, I want to thank Rumors Sports Bar and Casino, one of our sponsors. They've been with us since day number one here at River City's, or at Dirty Thursday. Rumors Sports Bar and Casino, speaking of the World of Outlaws, they're going to have tickets and a bus to the World of Outlaws next week. So it's much easier that way because we all know how parking is with the Outlaw shows. Come on over to Rumors here in the Grand Cities Mall. Buy your ticket here. Jump on the bus. They'll bring you and drop you right off and then drop you right back off again at Rumors. Go watch the Oilers.
Just go ahead and go watch the Oilers be an embarrassment at Rumors. That would be the perfect place
I was
to do
going to
it.
say go watch the Oilers hopefully win.
We'll see.
Okay. And, okay, well, if we want to go that route, watch the Timberwolves get their ass handed to them again tonight. Yeah, hopefully not.
We'll see.
Wall-to-wall TVs, UND Sports, jump on a bus to go to all your favorite events. They got great lunch and dinner specials, $7 express lunches, sandwich and a side today, just $7. My favorite, again, mac and cheese. Absolutely love it. Rumors Sports Bar Casino, been with us here again since day one on Dirty Thursday. Again, next week, World of Outlaws, Living Like Outlaws. Wes Irwin is back in the studio. We might even bring a surprise driver in too. Don't forget Brew Brothers tonight at 9 o'clock. Have a great holiday weekend. Oh, we're off till Tuesday now. How about that? We'll be back again Tuesday. Remember, everybody, to like, share, tag, and follow us. Hit that notification bell on your smartphone. It rings every time we go on the air. You never miss a show like today's great show. We love the Forks. Well, Grand Forks' best source has given the Forks their identity back.